subscribe. Don't forget. This has been one of the most amazing seasons, and I cannot tell you how pleased I am to be proud to be an Arsenal fan today on this last day of the season. Yes, it's going to require a miracle. I'm not giving up complete hope, but I don't expect it. I don't expect us to win today. Excuse me. I do expect us to win today, but I don't expect us to win the league today. Quite simply, I expect Manchester City to do what they do every week, and is to go and win. They're so good at it. They're up against a team who I just simply believe aren't capable of providing the shock ending to the season that we would all hope for. Not to say I don't wish it happens, but I don't expect it. As I can see, people are joining the viewing already. Welcome to every single one of you. I cannot say how emotional this ride has been. We've had a lot of panelists, but we've also had a lot of people in our chat. We've had a lot of memorable moments this season where, people in the chat have given their views on a number of issues, player selection, team tactics, kit. I'm wearing one of our kits from this season. Obviously, it's a training kit designed as a conjunction between Arsenal and the brand Maharishi. Just been phenomenal. We'll talk a little bit today about the new kit. We have got views of the other two kits that are apparently coming into play. We'd love to get your views on those. So, absolutely looking forward to today. If you're in the chat, plug me a message, send me a hello. The whole idea of this this watch along is that it's not just me talking to you guys or me and the panelists talking to one another. We love the engagement from our audience. So guys, please put your likes in, get your thoughts on the team selection. I'm about to put the team up on the screen. Obviously there's no Bukayo Saka today. He's got a slight knock. We knew it was going to happen at some point in time. But yeah, it's happened on the last day. He won't be adding to his goal tally today, unfortunately. But put into chat what you think about the team. Put in the chat. Would love to hear your pre-match predictions for the game. And I'm also interested in, what you guys think about the new kit. What you guys think, players we would like to see. And just any other kind of tittle-tattle thoughts you might be having. The game is on TNT Sports. For those of you watching or thinking, where can I watch the game? It's on TNT Sports. So the team is, as per the last game, with one change, that being the inclusion of Gabriel Martinelli for the injured Bukayo Saka. But other than that, everything stays the same. To me, it reiterates the point. Thomas Partey is fundamental to Mikel Arteta's thoughts. And, it's just a shame that we've ended the season and some of the games that we could have potentially have won were games where we were missing that key part of our team. I would love to have seen a fit Thomas Partey in this team playing through parts of the season where we were missing him. I do honestly believe him to be one of the most best players in that CDM role, in that number 6 role. And the question is, if we lose Thomas Partey at the end of this season, who do we bring in? Now, interestingly, on the other side, for Everton today, Amadou Onana, their number 8, has been linked a number of times. We'll see how he plays today. I'm not so sure on him. I was really hot on him at one time, but then I started watching him more analytically and watching Everton games. You know, I don't watch a lot of other teams' games, but I started looking at players around the league. I've looked at Benjamin Sesko this year now to see, you know, what's he look like. You know, I've looked at Leipzig with Xavi Simons. You know, I like him. I've watched a lot of him. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see how we get on. And welcome, here he is, my guy Gary.
How we doing, Tony? I've just finished the course since 7:30 this morning, man.
Well done,
and it finished
mate.
dead on 4 o'clock. Straight out, straight in there. Let's come on, you gunners. Let's do this, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh, it's been a long time, man, to be in this position, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've said to the guys already, you know, look, this has been a phenomenal ride. I've enjoyed it so much. You know, I've been lucky to get to a number of games this season. I haven't as yet been to a game or I won't have been to a game this season and see us lose. Every game I've been to this season, we've won, and we've won a high percentage of our games. Obviously, leading to the fact that today we could be on 29 wins for the season, which would be 2 above the highest number of wins we've ever had in a season. The most clean, or not the most clean sheets, because I know we've had more clean sheets in prior years. Or was it losses? But yeah.
Oh, it's been a great season, man. It's been a great ride. You know, and listen, a slip up against Villa in our running. You know, there's no shame there. We had the toughest of all the opponents to face, like in all the games that we had left. You know, and for this, and Villa were lucky they got away with one. We had so many chances to put that game to bed in the first half.
Yeah.
And sometimes things just ain't meant to be, and that's the way you have to look at it.
Yeah.
Look at the boxing last night.
The funny thing is, I kind of look at it slightly differently. I don't blame it on the Villa game, because ultimately there were other games, and as I said,
Of course.
You know, the audience before you arrived, Gal, I was saying, you know, we've had a lot of games without Thomas Partey. It says something to me that at the very last game of the season, with every single player fit, we've even got Jurian Timber on the bench. Actually, not every player fit, because of course we're missing Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, he finally broke Saka.
Finally, yeah. But you know, when you got all your players fit, Thomas Partey is your first choice CDM. There's no if, buts, or maybes about that. Thomas Partey is your first choice CDM. He is the glue, and we've missed that. We missed that in a hell of a lot of games.
Havertz fires wide, Tone. After 30 seconds.
Forest won the North in 2 minutes and Brentford won the North against Newcastle in 3 minutes.
Don't get that. Not if I was still Brentford. That would have been a start. 45 seconds, mate.
Oh, I'm ahead of you. I'm at 156.
What the hell? What the hell?
That means 160 minutes.
Arsenal enjoying a lot of possession at the moment on the ball. Guys, if you didn't chat, please, you know, say your hellos on the chat. You know, I love to see who's in the chat.
So unbeaten Man City won.
Yeah, so 2 players that I believe today.
3 minutes 30 now. I'm on, Tone.
Okay, you're ahead of me now.
That's the way I like it. It's been like that all season. Let's not change it now. City 1 up.
As expected, my friend. As expected.
Phil Foden.
So yeah, I was just going to say two players that I think have shown that they're basically high up on Mikel Arteta's list of players who I must play when I've got everybody fit is Takahiro Tomiyasu and Thomas Partey. It seems to me clear that Tomiyasu is now his chosen player for that left back slot.
I think that will only be till Timber is proper ready to come back, though.
Yeah,
And then I think
agree.
we'll see Tomiyasu move to right back.
Ahead of Ben White, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be a case of. I think it would be a case of horses for courses, Tone. In a game where you need the defensive of Tomiyasu, you get it, and then when you need Ben White, you get him. Oh, as Tommy missed. How's he missed? Open header, 3 yards out, and he's headed it wide. Oh man, that should have been 1-0, man. Let's look at this Man City goal. Foden in the top corner. It don't matter. Them 115 charges are going to hit them soon, man.
That Tomiyasu miss was a gift.
The only thing that you can say is that he didn't expect it to come over Gabriel's head.
Yeah. He could have chested that down. Because when you're the last man. And
so much time, man.
When the ball clears that last man, you know you got one touch and a bang.
But the thing is, it was dipping, wasn't it? As soon as it come over Coleman and Gabriel, it was dipping. So he should have probably taken it on the chest.
Yeah.
What did you think of the boxing last night, Tone?
Oh, it was awesome, mate. It was an awesome fight for what was such a big battle. You know, I was really pleased that I thought both guys performed excellently. You know, one of the things that you're always looking for with a fight this big is, you know, you just don't want a damp squid. And that was a good fight. That was a very good fight. You know, it ebbed and it flowed in both ways. Both fighters put it on the line. They both hurt each other. And yeah, you know, it was just one of them fights you go, yeah, that was worth
Don't you think Fury got a little bit too cocky?
But that's Fury, mate. I mean, you know, you can take the, you know, it's his character. You expect it.
That should be a yellow card, no? If he's blocked him from taking the kick, that should be a yellow card. He was starting an attack. Or did it go out? Oh, must have gone out of play.
Yeah, some good boxing last night. Some good stuff. As you probably remember, I'll be there in 2 weeks' time for the next big event, which is the 5v5.
What's that?
That's the Queensbury versus Matchroom. Fight Eddie Hearn versus Frank Warren's best fighters against each other.
I can't stand Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearn's excellent, buddy. You know, the guy is the richest promoter in boxing.
I think he's a worm. Really can't stand him. He may be an excellent promoter, but I can't stand the guy.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
He just looks all smarmy, doesn't he?
To me, that's how I feel about Tyson Fury.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I mean, there was a point in that fight where he was quite a few rounds ahead, you know, and then if he had, just stay out of the way, stay out of range, you know, you coast home. And even in the last round, he started joking about in the corner when he should have been throwing punches. You know, I just don't get it.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. You know how I feel about the showboating on the football pitch. Get it won, and then you can do what you want. It's the same principle, you know. Party give the ball away. What the hell?
So Apollo's at the ground as he is usually on the home games. He said that the Man City goals killed the atmosphere at the stadium. Obviously, the people in the stadium are aware fully of what's going on at the Etihad, and of course the fact that we know that Man City are ahead. It's
How did he get out of that? 3 Arsenal players around him. Not one puts in a tackle, and he still keeps possession of the ball and lays it off to an Everton player.
But the thing is, while it's 1-0, there's still a hope because all it takes is a last-minute equaliser for West Ham to do the business there.
A last minute. How about an equaliser any minute?
No, mate, I've had this vision. I thought West Ham would go 1-0 up, to be honest.
Oh, Declan Rice scuffed it. So Brathwaite tries to play it across the area. Havertz intercepts it. Odegaard lays it back to Rice, and the shot comes in, and he just scuffs it, and it's easy for Pickford.
Yeah, but I envisaged West Ham going up and then holding on for dear life till about somewhere around the 80th minute, when Arsenal would then, Man City would then flood their area and just go on to win it with ease, 3 or 4-1.
I think the thing with West Ham is that, they're one of them teams who can grind out a result, whether it be a draw or they can get battered. There's no in between with them.
Yeah, I mean they're just generally not at the level of Arsenal, Man City, etc., which is why they're the type of team that can get a spanking. They could cause an upset, but they can conversely get a spanking. So that's why my hopes were never that great for them to get a result today. Guys, if you're in the chat, please say hello. We'd love to hear from you, just so we can get some dialogue going.
I'm glad that he played Trossard on the left, sorry. And I'm interested to see Martinelli on the right.
The thing that you've wanted most, the right footer on the right hand side.
Yeah, to me it makes sense. He doesn't do enough on the left.
Yeah, he never has to. He never has to worry about going onto his left now, does he? But
he'll probably go on his left. He'll probably go on his left and score a banger in the top corner.
Crystal Palace 1-0 up.
And good save from Pickford. Odegaard with the ball to the far post. Trossard volleys it back. It comes off the Everton defender, and Pickford just sticks out a hand. I don't think he knows much about it, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, that was going in. It come off Coleman, and Pickford just a reaction, stuck up a chicken wing and pushed it over the bar. Rice with the corner. Good punch from Pickford. Odegaard picks it up far side of the area.
Ooh, yeah,
Campbell.
saw that.
Oh. That's two decent crosses Odegaard's put in. Broke out the 0 today, Tone.
What happened? Oh, okay.
Broke out the
Good on you,
0.
mate.
I was on the gin 0 last night.
Oof.
Go on, Martinelli. Go on. Go on, Martinelli. Go on. Oh. See Martinelli on the right. I'm telling you. It's the way forward, Tone. It's the way forward. He should have probably scored. But he just creates the problem because he's on his right foot. Oh, and here come Everton the other end. Oh, Saliba's across. And then Saliba loses it. And it's a free kick, Everton on the edge of the area. Calvert-Lewin brought down. But Saliba slipped just as he was about to clear it.
What a ball by Ben White into Martinelli. Should have scored.
Yeah, he scuffed it. He scuffed the shot. It wasn't hit clean.
Yeah. But the ball into him from Ben White was phenomenal.
But now, if that would have been on the left-hand side, what would he have done there? Nothing. He would have turned back and gone back the other way. Calvert-Lewin shaping up to take this free kick, man. Standing there like a certain Cristiano. Oh, David Raya, man, that's a whole heap of space you left there. That's a whole heap of space that Raya's left there. That's on target. That's in. What? Oh, I know. It's all right. Gabriel took it in the face. I heard the whistle go there, and you know you're thinking, was it a handball from the wall? Everyone in the stand just on their phones, man.
So is that why whenever I watch the City thing, they always score?
Thomas Partey, man, you got done. Partey does look way off the pat. Oh, what a dummy, man. Trossard, you got sent for a kebab.
Nottingham Forest 2-0 up now.
Did the big guy score? Is he back in the team?
No, Chris Wood double.
Oh, Chris Wood double. Where was he against City when he missed about 17 sitters?
Crystal Palace 1-0 up on Aston Villa.
Yeah, Villa don't care. They're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
At least our 2 losses to Villa come at a good price because we stopped Spurs from getting Champions League. Oh, man. We was on a break there and the referee made a tackle. It was a free kick. Havertz brought down a Ghana Gay. The referee played the advantage. There was none. He should have really called it back for the free kick. But then when we broke, Havertz played the ball and it hits the ref, and we had Martinelli breaking. Why is the guy in the game wearing leggings, man? What's that about? Olympic players were allowed to wear leggings.
Big up to Shay in the house. Hope you're well, Shay. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, that's not enough to injure. It's a definite free kick. The referee should have really brought that back. There was no advantage for Everton there. They lost the ball straight away.
So I'm keeping an eye on Amadou Onana, as at the start of the game I mentioned, he's one of the players that has been linked with a potential move to Arsenal. Obviously, Mohamed El Neni is no longer with the club, or will be no longer with the club as of the end of the season.
City 2 up, Tone. Foden again.
Okay.
Game, set, and match.
Yeah.
%% possession.
Tottenham 1-0 up on Sheffield United.
Can't go to goal difference. Can't go to goal difference.
West Ham scored 2.
Oh, what a goal. Foden stamping his authority that this is his ground, saying, yeah, this is my ground. This is my home. Assist by Doku. And when you see where Foden hits the ball in from, he's surrounded by 4 West Ham players. Not one of them is in line with the where the ball's going to come.
Well, that was pretty much like his first goal.
It's like, wow, really? I mean, clearly, you do practice the art of positioning so that you can receive the ball, but where he receives it in the middle of the box with 4 other players around him, literally not one of them has picked up a line of sight where they can get the ball, and it's just a side foot home. Kurt Zuma, you got done.
If it would have been a cat, he would have cleared it.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Never mind. Listen, the season's still been a great success. We've closed the gap from 8 points last year. If we win today, 2 points, and we've pushed it to the last day of the season.
Yeah, 100% agree.
And listen, the way the team's going, I mean, listen, we lost to Fulham away, West Ham at home, games that we would maybe normally win.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle lost. That was VAR. Goal for Newcastle in their new green away kit. It's a very strange kit. I'm trying to think who that looks like. It's not Celtic. It's Real Betis. No, Betis isn't in love like that.
I say the only thing I would have liked to see, Tone, is these 115 charges dealt with way before the end of the season.
Yeah.
You know, if they've done it to Everton, they've done it to Forest. City shouldn't be no different. If they've done nothing wrong, face up to it. You know, let them have their day in court, and then make the decision on what's going to happen. And then that don't leave no bad taste in the mouth. Because
Yeah.
you know, if they get found guilty a couple of months after in the closed season, where does that leave? You know, Arsenal would have won the league. So where does that
Yeah.
leave?
So won the league twice.
Yeah, well, exactly. We would have won the league twice. So where does that leave? You know, you can't have no celebrations. The fans miss out. It's just totally ludicrous.
Yeah, it's clearly not going to be dealt with in the summer, that's for sure.
I just don't get how Everton have one breach and get done straight away. Forest had, was it 3? I think it was.
Yeah.
Get done straight away. 115 charges, and it's been going on. It's been going on forever. It's it's totally ridiculous. Someone's got to grow up here and just say, you know what, we're going to have their day in court. If they get cleared, they get cleared, and if they don't, then it's all these clubs are missing out on trophies. The only team that don't get a trophy is Spurs. It's touching it.
Just a couple.
No, not to Man City. Is it? Spurs don't get nothing. Spurs don't get nothing. Arsenal get a League Cup, 2 league titles. Excellent run, Havertz.
So 25 minutes in, 26 minutes in. Arsenal having a lot of possession, but not really showing a cutting edge at the moment.
Havertz muff one up there.
You doing?
What the hell is that, Thomas?
Did you see people calling Caicedo's goal of the season because he scored from halfway line?
How would I see that?
Neto was just past the line and scored from halfway line. It's Chelsea. Sick.
A party you got done again by Onana, man. And look, you even chased him and he fell over and you couldn't even get the ball. The party he went the wrong side. He was pressing Onana. He went the wrong side. And then when Onana ran away from him, he couldn't chase him and Onana fell over. And had the party have been chasing him, he could have just easily picked up the ball and turned and gone back towards the goal. Now Onana's gone down injured from that slip. Hi, Lil.
Sadly, see Arsenal with the trophy. No, you have to go over there. Cookie, you have to go over there. Over there. Oh dear. Side. Over there. You're not allowed up there, sorry. Sorry. Bye bye. Damn.
Stay there.
What could the fuck? She's got friends.
Go away, Lil.
Okay, so what's going on? Big up to Victor in the house. What's up?
Coming up,
Party
let's
to
get
be
in the
sold
group.
ASAP. Next season, play Timber at centre back and Gabriel as defensive midfielder.
What?
What are you on, my friend? What are you on?
I want some.
This guy's been drinking.
Saliba and Gabriel, the partnership can't be broken up. What you've got to get to the stage where they're not playing every minute of every game.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, we are so top heavy in centre backs. You know, when you consider we're playing centre back at left back, centre back at right back. You know, what we're missing are your actual out and out bomber flyer. Wing back type players, likes of Jeremy Frimpong.
That would have been a great bit of skill had Ben White pulled that off.
Ben White has developed so much this season.
None of the Arsenal players are running. Look, what's going on here? He's 3 against 2. Calvert-Lewin, and he hit the post. Oh, and he's put the rebound into the side netting.
I don't know. So.
Ben White hasn't put a sprint in on nothing. Party's jogging, Ben White's jogging.
Oh dear, Party, says Victor. Yeah, I mean, he's maybe a few years beyond his fastest. It's weird because, he does look a little bit pedestrian now in getting back against that attack.
Where's the... Oh.
I think we're missing Saka because I think he's just got an understanding with Odegaard that Martinelli just doesn't have. That right side doesn't look half as dangerous as when Saka's playing.
Any team's going to miss a player like Saka. But, this is... When you overplayed the guy, I told you, we all knew eventually he's going to break. It's no surprise. You've had Reece Nelson sitting there all season. You've had Jesus since he come back from injury. But you've persisted with playing this guy. And even when he's been injured, you still left him on the pitch. And then you played him for a further few minutes when you could have taken him off straight away. Oh, what?
Runs Saliba.
I love the way Tchaikovsky just goes to Saliba, get up. To Martinelli, get up. It may not have been a foul, but a player can still be injured, right? A player can still be injured. Just because it's not a foul doesn't mean he's not injured. He wasn't claiming for the foul. You know, back shout and get up like he's claiming. He wasn't claiming for a penalty. Oh, that's his ankle gone, man. As Tchaikovsky slides in, he traps his left ankle and knee. That could be nasty.
Ouch.
The left leg was extended, wasn't it? So that could be quite nasty. I'll tell you something, if that Calvert-Lewin shot was on target, Raya's not getting that.
So latest scores on the doors, people. Brentford 0, Newcastle 1, Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0, Sheffield United 0, Tottenham 1, Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2, Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 0,
2-0
Liverpool
Newcastle,
1.
Tony.
Sorry?
2-0 Newcastle now.
2-0, okay. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0, Sheffield 0, Tottenham 1.
I'll just take Martinelli off, man. Don't need him anyway.
Yeah, you might as well let Reece have some time, innit?
But this is what I mean. It's symptomatic of he wants to stick with the same players all the time. You know, where's Smith Rowe? Has he fallen off a cliff? So, but every time he's played, he's looked decent. You know, he's looked like he can change. He brings something different. Smith Rowe can't get a look in. Reece Nelson can't get a look in. You got players playing injured when there's other availability.
Welcome to the chat, Stan. Hope you're well, buddy.
Newcastle.
3-0 Newcastle. They're having a right go.
Hey.
Oh, Ben White. Why would you try that, Ben White? Yellow card. Summer's party. He couldn't keep up with Dwight McNeil. Brings him down. Free kick. Everton 25 yards out. But because Ben White tried a little stupid back flick, and then he tried a shirt pull. Couldn't even do that right. Why is Trossard on Jared Braithwaite at the back post? Oh, 1-0 Everton.
That must have taken a
It must have taken a deflection off the wall because the free kick gone straight in the other side of the goal.
Oh dear, that's a bit of a stinker, isn't it?
The crowd now want to start singing Arsenal. Let's have a look. Yeah, come off. So Declan Rice jumps on the edge of the wall, but he turns it inwards. And as he turns inwards, the ball comes off his head and goes in the far side of the net. Just jump straight, man. Just jump straight. You know, why are you jumping and turning your body inwards? Just jump straight. Arsenal look laboured, you know. If they know that City are a couple of goals up or whatever the case may be. But, you know, Ben White hasn't been able to track back his runner.
Yeah, it's gotta feel hard to pick yourself up when you know you're in a battle against a team that are 2-0 up.
You go out there, we're playing our game. It's nothing to do with whatever they're doing. It's nothing to do with anybody else.
Mm.
You know, you go out, we play our game, we go to win our game. That's it. I mean, that free kick was going nowhere. If Declan Rice just jumped straight, the ball doesn't end up in the other side of the goal. And he's got his arm around Havertz's shoulder to get a jump, but somehow he's ended up facing the other way, and the ball cannons off his head and goes in the far corner.
Mm. What's up, Vincey?
Yeah, T. All good, Gary.
How we doing, Vincey? Nice to see you, mate.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Yeah, I was just about to type a message in the chat to listen to your commentary about the free kick, but it was basically the passage of play that led up before that was a little.
Yes! Go on, Tommy! Come on!
Tommy Ashley, good goal. That kind of led to us being on the back foot, and yeah, I mean, it's as Gary said, you gotta do your part and let the rest follow.
We just go there. We play our game. Nothing to do with what's going on at City. If they're going to win, they're going to win. They're going to lose, they're going to lose. They're going to draw, they're going to draw. We take care of what we're doing. And so far, in these first 44 minutes, we've had a couple of chances that we scuffed, but we've given the ball away stupidly. And 2 dangerous free kicks in 2 dangerous positions.
I tell you what's encouraging, though. One thing for us, if you look at this season, is the finishing from our fullbacks. You know, they get into some good positions, and you know that shows the quality. It shows the quality that they've got. That's not an easy finish.
No, it's a good finish.
You know what? But the funny thing is, like you say, Vincey, our finishing from our defenders has been pretty decent.
Yeah.
But Havertz has been in a couple of positions, scuffed it. Rice has been in a position, scuffed it. But a defender steps into that 18-yard box and smashes it into the far corner.
Yeah, technique. You can see the technique. It's even that goals that Ben White have scored. Technique is on point even for some of these defenders. It's nice.
I mean, let's be honest, Tone.
West Ham
If you play,
West Ham have scored 2-1.
oh my gosh. So
See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You take care of our result. It doesn't matter what's going on over there. It's irrelevant.
I mean,
and it's kudos.
Go for it,
See,
Tony.
I would go and sign kudos in the summer.
I'm not overly impressed by him.
7 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Here's the West Ham goal. It's a corner. Oh, bicycle kick! Oh, Mohamed Kudus with an overhead kick. What a goal that is! What a goal that is!
Tony, what were you saying? You were saying to you about the technique?
Yeah, I mean, you're a professional footballer, Gal. Anthony, I've played a number of positions. Striking a ball is fundamentally the most basic of skills that you should have as a footballer. As a professional footballer, you should be able to strike a ball in a straight line. Let's put it that way, in a straight line. Yeah, you got to pass the ball. It needs to be in a straight line. So you've got to be able to do that at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
What a goal. What a goal from Kudus, sorry.
When you've got a player that can do stuff like that, you take him all day long, mate. He's got a few good goals this season. Kudos. Whatever you want to call him.
Doesn't this show you that what's affected us with our attacking players is pressure? Because when pressure's on you and anxiety, as you say, the basics of things, they've been falling short. Where Tomiyasu could quite easily, Martinelli would have possibly could have skied that.
Martinelli wouldn't have struck it.
Yeah, or some guys may have struck it, may not have struck it, but Tomiyasu was able to keep his head down. Beautiful technique.
Jesus Christ, Gabriel.
Pressure. He's a huge.
He played the ball across the area, and it looked like it was going to fall straight to the Everton player.
Yeah, bit risky.
But lucky enough, it bypassed him and went to Ben White. And Martinelli loses the ball again.
Yeah.
But see, that's Martinelli all over. He has the ball. He doesn't hold it up. He doesn't do anything with it, and he loses it.
He could have done 1 or 2 touch in that situation.
He's trying to fight 3 players there. Oh, Vincey, from the side there. Turn to the side. Turn to the side again. Oh, Tony, is that Thierry Henry sitting there? Is that Thierry Henry sitting there? What's going on there?
I thought he was going to say, is that Wolverine?
You never see Henry and Vincey in the same room. That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you what, I've been called all sorts. I've been called all sorts, mate. All sorts. First time Wolverine, though. But yeah.
And Riot is down injured after a clash with Calvert-Lewin. Get up, man, you little midget keeper.
Fulham scored. Then Luton scored, and then a second later.
3 goals in a minute in the Luton game.
What?
Fulham scored, then Luton scored, then Fulham scored again.
Dear. People at the stadium are going berserk with happiness about this West Ham goal.
It's crazy, man. 1 goal combined.
Oh, Ben White, that's such a sloppy pass, man. Get this guy off the pitch, put Tommy at right back and bring Timber into left back.
You think you get to see Timber today at some point? He's on the bench.
He's on the bench, yeah.
Probably not. But if we go 3-4 goals, then yeah, potentially. but I think we need to be comfortably ahead as opposed
Yeah.
to winning by one or drawing.
Yeah.
It's offside.
Newcastle 3-0 up.
There's something freeing about the last game of the season where the sun's out and it's just like it's just a nice day out.
Oh, Trossard is playing.
Crystal Palace 2-0 up. Liverpool 2-0 up. Fulham 2-1 at Luton.
Did I do my Super Six? Let me check.
Well, Gabriel, you could have turned and gone to Ben White. Ben White, you could have turned there. So Saliba played the ball to Ben White there. He played it back to David Raya, and Saliba's having a go at him, saying you could have gone out one more. Come on, Thomas.
Oh, I've got
Great
6.
ball. Come on, Trossard. What you got? What you got? Oh, party over the bar. Wow, that was close, man. Even Onana give him a little high five there for the shot.
Yeah, he shaped his body quite well for that.
That was like he did against the Spuds.
Mm.
Oh. Pickford had it covered. That's what I just said, commentator. To be a commentator, I should get paid for this. He just said exactly the same. Arsenal just need to take care of their own business.
Mm.
You know they listen to our channel. You know that.
It wouldn't surprise me. Campbell, why did you stop Ben White? Why did you stop?
Loves playing the whistle. They don't like to play to the whistle, do they?
He was round him, and he's so busy shouting handball. He stopped and allowed the Everton player just to get back up and pick up the ball.
You know, if it's not a handball, then they'll. If it's a handball, they'll call it back, wouldn't they? And he's still in, as you say, in an advantageous situation.
And that's half time, guys.
Cool. So half time. Stan, if you want to, I'll send you the link.
You start same time second. Good.
And Man City's got in half time 2-1.
Cool. Right, give me a second, boys. I'm just gonna send a link out.
So Gary, were you confident before the start that possibly that I know we got a chance, but did you have much confidence that?
No, because it's you're talking about Man City, yeah. You know, you're hoping that best case scenario, West Ham can nick one and then go all defensive and hold. Like, you know, City are such a well-oiled machine.
Hmm.
You know, what are they? Are they realistically going to go the whole game without scoring at least one goal?
Hmm.
But when you look at both the goals they've scored, I think they're both stoppable.
Hmm.
When the ball gets played into the area and there's one Man City guy and 4 defenders or 3 defenders, one of them's got to get across to the ball and get a block. And the first one was a drive from 25 yards. Again, someone's got to try and get in between the ball and the goal. So, but, you know, listen, West Ham are one of them teams that I said to Tony before you come on. You know, they either make life really difficult for you and end up nicking a draw or a win, or they get battered.
Yeah, true.
You know, they're playing for David Moyes in his last game. You know, you got Kudos that's trying his best for Thomas Partey. You know, maybe they're giving it their all for Declan Rice. Who knows? So that, you know, it's not a foregone conclusion that they're going to go there and get rolled over.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the game at 2-1. But like, we just got to concentrate on what we're doing because we've been really sloppy. You know, Ben White don't look interested. It's the Ben White where we say, look, he ain't done this and he ain't done that. You know, why is he trying a little back heel and then lose the ball and then but you can't sprint after the guy who's nicked it from you? You tried to pull the shirt, but you can't even do that properly.
Mm.
You know, that's not pressure. That's just stupidity.
She didn't make that school. She started eating the book,
I think there's something under there.
but she started chewing this bit.
So how's the family? How do the boys feel? Do they think we got a chance?
Well, one's away with his school, and the other one, Mr. Stato over here, he was super confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was super confident. He had a feeling. He told me yesterday he has a feeling that West Ham are going to end up. It's going to end up 2-2.
And what do you reckon? What do you think our score today would be? I went for 2-0.
He thought 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1.
I thought it'd be 3 or 4-0.
That's good, isn't it? The season.
Hey, you could still be right.
And he's telling me that's Kudus' second bicycle kick of the season.
Wow. He is Stato.
But now that's a stat. When was the last time a player scored 2 overhead kicks in one season?
Is it Giroud or Bam? Giroud?
Nah, he scored a scorpion kick. I don't remember him scoring an overhead kick. We'll get Tony on it when he comes back.
Van Persie?
Has Van Persie scored an overhead kick? I know Rooney scored an overhead kick.
No, I thought it was just a specific an Arsenal player.
No, I'm just talking about in general.
In general,
if
okay.
Kudus had scored 2 in one season, when was the last player to score 2 bicycle kicks in one season? Because it's not a thing that you see every week, is it? You may see him attempted, but you don't necessarily see him go in.
Wayne Rooney?
He scored 1. I remember that one he scored, but did he score 2 in one season?
Have you got the answer?
No.
we could be right already.
I'll get Stato on it. Find out if anyone scored 2 over.
This is
Let's see.
So he scored 1 against Brentford, but that's not really a bicycle kick. That's more of a left hook.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having that as a bicycle kick. No, I'm not having that as a bicycle. No, it's not. It's not even a scissor kick. His other leg's on the ground. He just hooks it in with his left foot. What are you talking about, boy? Get out of my house.
Berbatov?
I don't know. This is where we need Emerson or Tone. Tony's the stat guy. Do the Google thing.
That is a tough stat. I mean, I know back in the day, Mark Hughes used to be. That's the goals he used to love them. But since then, there's definitely players who've scored. Even Ruud, I think Ruud van Nistelrooy scored a weak overhead kick.
I'm just sitting there now trying to think. I can't even think of an Arsenal player that scored with an overhead kick. No, can't think of one at all. But with Tomiyasu scoring today, that means all 4 of our back 4 have scored this season. I believe that's Tomiyasu's first goal of the season. Imagine this goes down to the last minute, Vincey, and West Ham equalise and we score. Oh my God!
Well, it's set up. It's been done before. I mean, I just thought it's a weird feeling. It's like I'm not sure how I'm gonna. I just don't know how I'm gonna celebrate.
I'm going straight down to the Emirates.
You go straight down.
Straight down to the Emirates. I'll take him with me. He's never experienced it before.
Mm.
But I mean, we've had 3 on target out of 11 attempts, and two of them were really weak efforts that didn't really even test the goalkeeper.
Mm.
I found that who scored some of the most basket kicks. Hugo Sanchez with 30.
Yeah, but I'm talking in the Premier League. Has anyone scored 2 in one season?
Yes, the man's like Sanchez used to do it for fun. Klinsmann. There you go. I know he's done it once. Jurgen.
Yeah, if it's for Spurs, it don't count. Yeah, Tony, we got some work for you to do, Tony.
I've been
Winnie?
listening in the background, Gal. I've got a whole host of them for you, mate. To be honest, if you really want to know who scored overhead goals
No, who scored 2 in one season?
I've got
Not
a
just-
feeling.
Not just an overhead kick.
I've got a feeling Berbatov has scored 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
They might be for 2 different teams, but
Yeah.
I've got a feeling he scored 2.
As long as it's in the same season, it counts.
No, I don't think he done it in the same
He never played in
season.
the
But
Premier League.
I can't recall anyone scoring 2 in the same season. But I can tell you, there's loads of people who scored them. Olivier Giroud.
yeah, they say that. Yeah.
I mean, let's just remember that.
Is that the scorpion kick or the overhead kick, though?
2 scorpion kicks in the same season by different players, but in the same season. That was an amazing feat.
Mm.
Tony
Tony Yeboah's another one, probably.
Ronaldo.
Yes, Ronaldo.
Wayne Rooney,
of course.
Shearer.
Dean Ashton.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Finidi George. João Felix.
Oh yeah, Finidi George. Yes. That was Suku. Suku didn't do one.
I don't remember that.
I think Suka did, you know.
I thought Suka did, yeah.
I think Suka did in his one season with us.
Mm. I'm surprised Klinsmann's not there. He loved that. He loved scoring goals like that. And
Away dog.
who are Cantona?
Cantona, definitely. Come on, Tony, hit us with some stats. What you got for us?
Nah, I can't see it. Can't seem to find Griezmann, João Felix, but not. They don't seem consecutive. I've just seen a stunner from Emmanuel Adebayor, 2009.
Yes, he could have. Yeah, he used to do it a few times. Yeah, powerful one as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was a player. I loved Adebayor.
Yeah. Shame that he went to the scum.
Just a unique talent in.
Yeah.
But he only went to Spurs to get back at us.
And obviously he got drawn by the money. The money just changed him. You know, He was a raw talent that was superb. I mean, he destroyed Spurs in one game.
Mm. And what was your thoughts on the fight last night or this morning?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was just what was advertised on the tin, just what we needed. 2, fighters at the top of their game, putting on a monumental battle that, a fight of that stature deserved. Both fighters put their all in it. There were good sways in the fight in that both both combatants were able to, you know, dominate for certain rounds. Ultimately, the right man won, which we, you know, we're always a bit wary sometimes that, you know, you don't want a robbery. But yeah, very entertaining fight, you know, for a number of reasons. Both boxers brought different aspects to the game. You know, the speed of the punches of Usyk, the movement, the angles. You know, Tyson Fury with, you know, some of his very unique counter punching, and he's punching on the back foot. So yeah, overall, I just thought it was an absolutely wonderful fight, and that's what we, you know, as the watching public, you know, regardless of who your allegiances go towards, if you see a good matchup and the result goes the right way, then that's got to be, you know, something of a result. You know, I'd hate to have seen the wrong man win.
Do you think in a rematch Tyson can make the adjustments that he needed, like in that second match with Deontay Wilder? Was a completely different, dominant boxing performance by Tyson. I think that's what you needed for me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you've got a matchup that ends as closely as that one did, you know, you're only talking 2 or 3 rounds at max between them. Yeah, you know, adjustments can be made. Things could happen that could make the second fight a complete reverse of the first fight.
I just think if Fury would have cut out all the clowning around and just boxed and boxed and boxed.
Yeah,
I think he was.
I mean, there were times when I thought Fury, if he carries on boxing the way he boxes, he could get a stoppage, because he was beating. He was absolutely hitting Usyk with some serious punches.
Yeah, like, was it rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe 7? He took them all, didn't he?
Yeah.
But then after that, he kind of allowed Usyk a way back in.
Yeah.
And even in the last round, that fight in my mind could have still gone either way. And there was a point where he's just tucked his hands behind his back and he's doing a little. I'm thinking, just go punch the guy in the face, man. I know it's not that easy, but the fight could have gone either way, unless he thought he had it in the bag.
Yeah.
But he should never leave anything to chance.
I mean, that's unfortunate. That's what happens in boxing when a corner says to you, "You're winning the fight."
Okay.
Yeah. And what that shows is the corner made the error of telling their fighter, "You're winning the fight," when you're not. Yeah. What your corner should be saying is, "This is a close fight. You need to win the last 2 rounds."
Yeah.
Yeah. If he wins the last 2 rounds, we're talking about a different outcome.
Mm-hmm.
He wins the last round, but if he'd have won the round before it, different outcome potentially.
Do you think the ref should have stepped in was it the 8th when Usyk had him shook and he didn't touch down, but he was half on the ropes, half down, and the ref jumped in to stop the next punch coming, which probably would have floored him?
Yeah, well, that's technically what the referee is supposed to do. So if you are held up by the ropes, that counts as a knockdown. So the referee stops the fight and he gives them a count, which is why that round gets counted as a knockdown round.
Yeah.
Because if you're held up by the ropes, technically that's a knockdown.
Because I think the next punch would have finished him.
Yeah, the referee did the right thing. He stepped in and gave him a count when he would have hit the floor.
So Tony, just out of sometimes Gary was talking about the way how Fury, when he's up close and he does those antics, do you do that when you know you're stealing moments to just relax because of the pressure of the fight? Do you tend to do those type of things?
That there's no tend to in that in when you're talking about fighters like that, because they're doing things which nobody else is capable of doing. Okay. You know, Fury can do that on the ropes. He can hold his hands up on the ropes, because if you look carefully, he picks great shots with his hands on the ropes. He draws the man in, and as the man comes in, he takes his hands off the ropes, and then he catches him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always a ploy. Yeah.
There's a ploy. Everything he does is a ploy. You know, he does things as they're called traps in boxing. You know, you do certain things You lull your opponent into a false sense of security, and then you punish him. So we're back out again.
Yeah,
And get scary, we're on our way.
I'm on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So, guys and girls in the chat,
Martinelli, your touch is terrible, man.
the last 45 minutes of the 2023-2024 season, Arsenal 1-1, one more goal at each stadium could be the most amazing day of our lives for some.
For some, yeah. For those who have seen it before, it's old news.
I mean, if that happened, it would still go down as one of the most amazing days of my life.
So my son's just said to me, every time he sees a notification pop up on his little football app, he's getting all nervous in case it's Man City, in case it's West Ham has scored. But it was Bournemouth Chelsea. He's not interested. Well, already in the second half. Yeah. Jesus, 3 goals already in 2 different games.
Wow.
Is this the first time we've seen Martinelli and Trossard in playing either flank?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been crying out all season for Martinelli to go on the right.
Wow.
I don't think it's working that well.
I think you know what? I think it's just Martinelli. I think it's just Martinelli. Maybe he's just not the guy we all thought he was.
Yeah.
I've just lost my stream.
I mean, you know, you kind of look and think, if he's not at that greater half, then do you try instead with Reece Nelson, who's
Reece Nelson's probably not even on the bench, and he's probably sitting there in suit.
Oh, not far from the header from Kai Havertz there. That was a good cross from Martinelli, actually.
So guys, you guys have probably seen a bit more action than I have with Thomas Partey and Rice in the midfield. This is something that from the start of the season, I've always wanted to see. How do you see the passage of play in not so much the results, not focus on the results, but the way how we move the ball with the two of them in the middle? Do you think that's now what we need moving forward in that situation, or do we?
I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure it is.
I think when Partey's on it, he's a different class player, but I think he's clearly off the pace.
Yeah.
He's clearly not up to the pace, whether he's just not fully fit or whether he's playing with an injury, who knows? But he's just not. A couple of times today, he's just lost balls that he just wouldn't normally lose.
I mean, I'm not sure about Declan Rice in that 8 role either. Me personally, you know, I look at someone like a Bruno Guimaraes and think, you know, what would we have if we had Guimaraes and Odegaard with Rice at the 6? I think down the line, you know, I think playing Declan Rice at the 8 gives him a great deal of knowledge of how to be more progressive than he is normally.
And that should be a yellow card, Brett. Thank you very much, Mr. Tarkowski, in the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, I personally think that Dex at some
And that was a dangerous tackle, you know. That could have broke his leg. That was a scissor tackle.
Yeah.
I think Declan Rice probably ends up like in a position like he does for England, playing at the base of the middle in the 6th role. And then you know, as I said, you go and you find yourself another
Why he switched it, Partey?
Game maker, game breaker.
You should have switched it back, shouldn't it? First time.
He should have switched it to Trossard.
Yeah, that's the space.
But he's still there, Trossard. Look, not even looking. But he's put Ben White through. Ben White. This guy. It's like he was running in treacle. It's like he was running in treacle. Did he even really make an attempt to keep that ball in?
No.
You know, where was the slide and try and hook it in? What? Get Aaron Ramsdale on at right back.
Gary, what are you saying?
Get Aaron Ramsdale on at right back. Let's see some proper crosses.
So could we see?
Go on, Havertz. Go on, Kai. Go on, Kai. Oh, what a tackle to Braithwaite. Oh. He's another
3-0. 3-0 Crystal Palace.
captain, man. What are you doing?
I don't know. I see the goal with them. It's annoying. I might turn every single other notification.
Great touch. Oh, I should have gone to Rice.
Again, second bottom.
Well, there was a run there.
I know City are getting nervous with the score being where it's at because they know it. The game is very finely hinged.
Come on, Arsenal.
So current scores on the door, people. Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Goal at Crystal Palace. Not sure who's.
Oh, Ben White.
There.
Get this guy off the pitch, man. This is the Ben White that is no good.
Liverpool 2. Crystal Palace are 3-0 up on Aston Villa. Wow. Spurs are going to be kicking themselves.
I tell you what, Burnley have just they've been on a. I know they're relegated, but they've just been on a proper hiding.
Doughboy scored for Luton from a free kick, Tone.
Who?
Doughboy. Their left back. We was calling him Doughboy because he was carrying a bit of timber.
Hillsbury Doughboy. So now Luton are 2-3 down.
Martinelli goal. You know what? It's so frustrating watching Martinelli. The throw from Ben White and his chest control just gave it straight back to an Everton player.
Why are you doing it there? I'll be spending some time with my client in the off season.
I think you need to. That throw just doesn't work. He's kicked him. He's freaking kicked him. Decore has kicked him.
Wow, come on.
Did you see that, Vincey?
Yeah.
But how can it be a yellow card? He's kicked him.
If VAR wants to have a look at it, then they'll find something.
I swear to God that he kicked him there.
I don't know why he's holding his.
I think it's where he fell.
Yeah, if VAR have a look at it,
He kicked him after the ball had gone.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Did you not see that?
Well, it might be a soft red.
That's a kick, right? That's a kick, right?
2. Yeah, actually, and he was going to go for the head. It's if they go for
Doesn't matter if you just kick him high on the leg or wherever. It's a kick.
It's a kick, yeah.
It's
no doubt.
I thought, he's lucky there. Very lucky.
Come on, Martinelli. Take him on the outside. Take him on the outside. Oh, what are you doing, Martinelli? He's just like a bloke without a driver, Martinelli. He hasn't got a clue. Yeah.
Come
on, so be strong. Victor says David Moyes is our friend.
Cookie.
He also agrees it's good.
Cookie, quick, put off.
What was the outcome from the meeting that the clubs had with VAR? Did they
get that?
I don't think the vote's gone through yet.
Oh, okay.
announcements.
Because I know on Friday all the Premier League managers had their say in their press conferences,
Oh, Ben
and
White.
most of the managers said they'd rather keep it.
Oh wow.
Arsenal in trouble here.
Yeah, I think Ben White's going to come up. He's got to be substituted.
That was terrible, Vincey.
He's struggling big time.
But where was David Raya to come and pick up that ball?
No, he can't pick that ball up.
Yeah, of course he can, man.
Is Gabriel coming off? Just saw them do the old.
No, Gabriel looks like he's moving all right. Ben White is out of this game. He's not even involved.
He's
been carrying that knee brace for absolute ages.
Yeah, but why start him?
He looks knackered.
Gabriel's in trouble with his shoulder, and Ben White looks like he can't run again this season. Look, even that ball from Rice, where Rice wins it, Ben White doesn't react.
Yeah, Gabriel's feeling something.
Yeah, he's gone down. It's his shoulder.
He had trouble with that before, didn't he?
Aaron Ramsdale getting stripped. Oh no, sorry. He's just passing Zinchenko his shirt. He landed on his shoulder from the kick.
Yeah.
Oh, Zinchenko, that's just what we didn't need. Reece Nelson's sitting in his suit. Reece Nelson's not even in the squad, is he?
I might have to go and wash the dishes now that Zinni's on. I can't do it.
Vincey, what are you saying?
I can't do it. It's been a tough year, mate.
Vincey, if you've got half an hour's worth of washing up, man, you're in trouble, man.
I'll take my time. Trust me.
I so hope
you want to lick that. You want to lick that stuff, too, man.
I so hope Gabriel's okay because he's been picked for
Brazil.
For Brazil.
I'd rather Gabriel with one arm play than Zinchenko.
Zinchenko's going on with the big.
I'm gonna try and see if I can keep an eye on the. Is it the under 18s that got a
No,
tournament?
he's told Zinchenko to go and sit down. No, he ain't.
No.
Zinchenko's coming on. So was that Tommy Asu? Tommy Asu goes to centre back.
Yeah, Zinchenko goes out left.
So when's the last defender to play every single game for Arsenal in a season?
Lee Dixon.
Gabriel,
Dixon.
Wasn't it?
No, Lee
Gabriel
Dixon.
last year.
3-1 City.
Gabriel.
It doesn't phone.
Did he not do it last year?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah.
No, Roger.
Yeah, yeah, true. Sleeper's done it this year. What a season he's had, Gabriel.
No, isn't it to play every minute?
Every minute, yeah, every minute.
Every minute. Stands in house.
I wanted Zinni on the field, actually.
You wanted him
Yeah,
on the field?
Oh my God!
We
what a lame-ass goal for West Ham to concede.
Wow!
What a Jesus Christ, man!
Sorry, Stan,
another.
Again.
Oh.
And Gary had hope. I don't know what Gary's been drinking.
I didn't say I had hope. When did I say I had hope? There's always hope. Even in Star Wars, there was the last hope.
And Star Wars is fiction. Anyway.
No, it's not what you're talking about.
No, I wanted Vinny on because we need to penetrate their defense. We're not getting anything from Tommy offensively in terms of playing the ball between the lines to get behind the defense. Vinny's going to give you that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also get the ball away
defend because everything is attacking us, but they're counter-attacking, right? So long as we are balanced, we should be okay.
Come on, Martinelli. Look, what you can do? Look, nothing. Take him on. That's it. Go on right foot. You're on your right foot. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the way forward. But do you see that? Martinelli went on the outside, whipped it in with his right foot.
But Gary, you know why?
So a winger goes on the outside for Arsenal? Really?
Well,
Do you
because
know
he's playing on his natural side, isn't he?
But Gary, he had no support there from Ben White in that situation. So he had 3 men around him, and he did the right thing to take
Yeah,
it down.
but when you've got that pace acceleration,
Yeah.
you don't need the support.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're right.
Vincent, that's a change we need to make. Martinelli doesn't need Odegaard beside him. In fact, it kills his game
Yeah,
because he's not a good passer and he wants to run like a deer going forward. Right?
Yeah.
Saka will play those little intricacies 1-2 with him along with Ben White. That's how they play. Martinelli needs space to operate. Because what he's doing is he's going inside beside Havertz sometime and clogging up the space versus staying wide to create the space. We just need to score some goals. Everton is hard to score on, by the way.
Great touch, Tommy. Come on, Zinchenko, what you got?
Trossard is our best goal scorer. He's just not a winger. Doesn't play like a winger, doesn't operate like a winger. He needs to be in the middle of the park some way to try to get shots on goal.
Martinelli, why are you there? My God. Zinchenko crosses the ball, only Havertz in the middle, and Martinelli standing on the edge of the 18-yard area.
That's coaching, man.
Don't get Martinelli involved as often as possible.
Oh dear. So we're at 62 minutes in the game. I'm possibly thinking right now it's time for an overall change.
Don't be. What a save, David Raya. As he held that, that's an excellent save.
Yeah, good save.
But look, there's just the counter attack was on, and Declan Rice has slowed it down. Havertz has run past him, and only Martinelli on the other side, way over the other side of the pitch. Didn't come central.
Give the ball back to Martinelli, Odegaard. Come on. Give it to Declan Rice that goes in a hole. Give the ball back to Martinelli so he can run at the defense.
You know what it's like? The team just...
What the hell, man?
Oh my
what is
gosh.
Pickford doing?
I have no idea what just happened there. Pickford come to claim it. Braithwaite ducked out the way, and then Pickford realised it was going past him. And he just stuck out another chicken wing. Another chicken wing save. That's 2. Hello? Yeah, pass it to Zinchenko. Go back to West Ham, Declan Rice. What a waste of money.
What was that, a clearance? Was he clearing the ball? I don't understand that shot. You know, in the first half, Rice had an easy chance to create for Odegaard. The ball that he shot with his left foot. You know, Odegaard was standing almost at the near post, the post, almost by himself. You go back and watch that play. If he played the ball to Odegaard, he's in on goal. Sometimes when you're in those situations, you gotta be thinking not just to score, but also to pass. We're not
Ben White. Why did you go inverted there, Ben White?
Gary, did you actually ask for a player to go inverted?
No, I said, why did he go inverted?
Oh. You were saying, why didn't he?
Havertz has been non-existent in this game so far. Martinelli looked way off the What is going on today?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Odegaard's not looked on his game either. To be honest,
I think you know what I think. I think it's just players that have just hit a wall.
Or should we give credit to Everton and how they defend?
wow, Crystal Palace are smashing Villa, man.
You can say how well
What the
Everton
hell?
are defending. That's fair enough. But if you're not doing the basics right,
Crystal Palace are 4-0 up on Aston Villa.
You know, Tony, if Tottenham won last week, they'd have made top 4. You know.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Villa already made top 4, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, yeah.
oh, Havertz has hit the post. And it was a cross by Martinelli with his left foot.
Mm.
He cut in and floated it to the back post.
Offside.
Somebody's offside.
No, it's Trossard from the rebound.
Yeah.
He wasn't offside.
Yeah, from the rebound, Trossard was off.
He's on the rebound, yeah.
Go on, Havertz, turn.
There's a lot of goals in today's games.
Mm.
Not in our game.
Yeah, well, we got 2. Manchester United and Brighton have got none. They're the only game that hasn't got any. 4 at Palace,
Run it in, Martinelli.
2 at Burnley, 2 at Liverpool.
He did run at him, but then he tried to do some foolishness step-overs and completely lost the ball.
Well, they're double teaming him, right? So that means somebody's got to be open if they're double teaming him.
Or support him. Come a little bit to him. Give him an angle. Give him something.
Smith Rowe and Timber coming on.
Timber. Wow.
5-0 Palace now, Tone.
Wow.
1 assist, then there's 2 goals.
So who is coming off? Is that Declan Rice? That could be a red, isn't it?
No. It's just 2 players going for the ball. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see. Nothing to see there.
So Ben Watt off the timber.
And you think so? No, Garrett is played back in slow motion.
Yeah, VAR might.
He lucky his ankle. If his ankle is a red card.
It's never a red card in a million years. This is not American football, Stan. This is English football.
No,
Never a red card.
American football is a normal tackle. It's not a girly game, Gary.
Then they all wear pads and helmets, don't they? Not like the English rugby guys.
Gary, rugby's not as rough as football.
Bone on bone.
Oh, come on. They hug you in rugby. They don't tackle you, they hug you.
What are you talking about? Oh, man.
They hug you.
I've got to leave the stream after that comment, man.
They hug you in rugby.
Hey, Stan, there's a little bit more to a scrum than rugby than a scrum, you know.
Scrum is just men all hugging each other.
Well done, Jury and Timber. Well, go on, Trossard. Havertz, you pointing where you want it, but you didn't make a run.
Trossard is too slow. Look at that. Martin would have been down in the 18 already. Trossard is too slow. He's too slow. He doesn't work. I'm telling you, he's not a winger.
So let's see what
people.
The future of.
I was more impressed with the tackle by Timber.
Yeah, so he's the one player I wanted to see all season at the start.
I'm shocked to see him, but I'm pleased to see him.
Yeah.
Man United.
Man United 1-0 up now.
As you know, Tone, when you have an injury,
I had Brighton in my prediction.
Go on, Timber. Bang it, Timber. Bang it. Oh! That's a foul, isn't it?
when you have a serious injury like what Timber had, to come back in the season and play, you got huge credit to him.
What the hell was Trossard doing?
He's too slow, Tony. Keep telling you, he's too slow. He should have been taken off. He's too slow. So slow. Not a
There's
winger.
no one else. There's no one else to put on Bertram in his place.
What about
Reece
NKT
Nelson?
and Reece Nelson?
Reece Nelson's not even on the bench.
Jesus. What about Jesus? Jesus not on the
No,
bench?
forget Jesus, man. Who's Jesus?
Oh, okay.
You might as well go and sign the real Jesus.
There is no such thing. But anyway, let me not get going.
Oh, Stan being Stan.
The views of Bertram are not the views of Arsenal 101.
The views of Bertram are logical.
Cross it, square it. How have you missed Odegaard? Oh my God! How has he missed?
Why you just put the ball through the
Go on, Drew.
room? Oh, come on!
Oh,
It's
Yeah, he
such
should
a
score that.
soft shot.
Why didn't he just lamp it first time into the roof of the net?
Yeah, it should roof that. He had time to roof that actually.
Such a soft shot.
Yeah, it was soft. He panicked.
He should have got kicked in the head there. Oh, Trossard, man. What kind of control was that? And then you got turned. Oh, man. Well done, Timber. Come on, Tim. That's never a foul. And a yellow card. Are you kidding?
He won the ball, didn't he?
He won the ball clearly.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Looked like he did, but the replay shows otherwise.
No, he didn't get it.
Well, I guess he's not injured anymore with that tackle. Hey, let's see this play again. I don't understand how we missed that goal.
Because he didn't want to take it on his right foot. And by the time he set himself on the left foot, it was underneath Pickford, but it hit Pickford's ass.
Gary, no, he came for his right foot. His left foot. It's the right foot actually.
But even
It
the
came-
soft shot, he could
It
have
came
put
on his right, but by the time he switched it to his left, that's when he was crowded out.
Trossard could have roofed it as well.
No, I think that was ESR actually.
Oh, ESR, okay.
What he should have done was just fake the kick.
why no one?
Come on, change it. Find Martinelli. Trossard.
Let's find that second. He doesn't.
Trossard trying to shoot from 400 yards away.
No.
We're getting boring now. We're at home, people. We should have put the steam away. Struggling with a.
That man's it's a good job that man's still winning. They were losing. Shall we?
Victor is confused. There's Timber at DM. No, he's playing an inverted fullback.
That's already.
He can play all across that, all across the defensive line, and even in midfield.
Oh,
Inverted, as you said. Come on, guys. We've got to pass a little bit better than that.
go away, Zinchenko. You give the ball away, now you're way out of position. Oh, this guy.
Well, defending is not his forte, so.
And he almost gave away a penalty. He almost gave away a penalty. Good job he didn't connect properly with the guy. Zinchenko.
I'm about to get the marigolds on. Too well.
Well, when Zinchenko is playing, you know you're gonna have some stress, but he may do well. You get the ball.
Yeah,
between the
he may
lines.
do. He may do well for another club.
No, he's gonna help us today. Watch.
Stan's got confidence, man. He's got confidence.
Great finish, great play, Havertz.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
They're saying it's a foul or something or a handball.
No, they said the ball went out, I think. But did it go out? It wouldn't. Or was it Smith Rowe would have been offside?
Yeah, he's offside. He was offside.
So should we sell ESR?
I wouldn't, personally.
So you're gonna do having Rutt on the bench? But here's a question: should ESR stay at Arsenal for his own career?
I mean, it definitely helps Arsenal with their English players.
Yeah.
I think they'll try everything in their powers to retain him, because if you're looking at how many English-based players can actually play in the first team, then he's got to be up there.
Would you promote Nwaneri?
No, they're not ready yet. They're not ready.
Yeah, but you're going to have to, because you're going to need to fill a quota, Gary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You only do it to fill the quota. But them boys in under 21s, they're a little way off.
Yeah.
You can see that when they're playing in the under 21s. Maybe
Yeah.
different, obviously, if you're putting one of them in with the senior lot. But I think it'd be madness to sell Smith Rowe. I really do. I wouldn't get it at all.
But
It makes no sense
I
to me.
honestly don't think Arsenal have a choice in it, because I think if I'm Smith Rowe, I'm demanding a move out, because his career's been stunted by the fact that he's not getting football.
I think we've got a manager that unfortunately doesn't, whether he necessarily can say he doesn't trust his squad, but he just doesn't play players when he should.
Yeah.
So the question, I think, based on what Stan's asked, is which young player is Arteta going to develop and mould if he's not going to be able to develop and mould ESR into a player that's going to...
I mean,
He hasn't developed one player, one English player yet. None.
What do you mean not one yet?
Who is he developed?
What, at Arsenal?
Yeah.
Because I know you can't say that without mentioning Raheem Sterling, bro.
No, I'm saying English player for Arsenal. We're talking. We're not talking about for Man City. Tell me one at Arsenal. You've been at Arsenal almost 4+ years. This is 5th year.
Well, okay. Let's talk about that then, because there's no doubt that Declan Rice has said that his development has been monumental since he started playing for Mikel
Declan
Arteta.
Rice costs £100 million.
Bro!
Oh, Jason, what are you doing?
That even at £100 million, he has improved 100-fold since he came from West Ham.
I hear what you're saying, T, but I think that stretches the...
Because £100 million, you are stretching.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
Matter.
It matters.
No.
It matters.
No,
I actually agree with Bertrand.
England starting international. He's a brilliant England international. You're talking nonsense, Tony.
He wasn't the player he is now.
You're fishing. You're struggling. You're struggling, Tony.
No.
You're struggling.
Listen to any interview with Declan Rice. He will tell you the day he walked in the door, he realized, I don't know enough about football.
Okay. Let me say, Declan Rice was a big-time player who City wanted, who we wanted.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
You're being silly.
You ignoring what Declan Rice has said?
I don't care what Declan said. I watch him play. I don't care what he says.
Bertram, he never scored but 6 goals in his time at West Ham.
He played the 6, for Christ's sake.
I will say this. I will say this. This is what I've always held against Declan Rice. And in one season, I've seen a completely different player.
Wait, Tony. Back up, Tony and Vinci. Here's what's frustrating me with you guys. I said develop a player. We're talking about the academy, and you go to Declan Rice, who played for West Ham.
Yeah, that was the whole point of the question.
That's ridiculous to use that analogy and example to substantiate your argument. It makes no sense.
But you asked the question. I directly dealt with the question. Have you developed an English player at Arsenal since you came?
No, yes, he was talking. No, he was talking about from the academy.
And Bertrand,
he's not the academy manager.
but Bertrand,
he's not the academy manager.
Bertram, I
Have
totally.
you not noticed? He's the first team coach. That's
Here's
not
the
his
point. Here's the
job.
point. No. Here's the point. Here's the point. Football. Here's the point. We say, you know what? We use this term. You boss a player, which means you bring a player who is junior, you bring them in, you develop them, you advance them, right? He hasn't done it with one player, and he's been there 4+ years. Emery did it. Wenger did it. Everybody who come before him did it. He hasn't done it. He's been there 4 years. Going in his fifth. None. Zero.
Okay.
That's why
So
Hutchinson
he's been
left.
there
That's why
4
these kids
years.
are leaving. That's why these kids are leaving, Vincey.
Hang on. He been there 4 years, Bertram, yeah?
He's in his 5th year.
Okay. If he's in his 5th year, how many goals and how many games did ESR play before he came?
I can't recall. ESR
Quite a few.
very junior then.
None. The answer, he didn't play for Emery.
But
He played for Emery.
No, he didn't.
I'm going to look it up because I don't think you're correct.
Look it up.
Bertram,
Yeah.
I was going to say that I actually agree with your comment and what you were saying. I was just saying in regards to Tony's that the Declan Rice situation, I understand and I appreciate what Declan Rice has actually done this year. But I totally agree with what you're saying in regards to the young players actually being developed.
David Raya, man,
And
you got away with that.
In what you're saying, I totally understand what you're saying. And that's the problem in regards to the ESR question that you're asking. Should he stay? Because you can't see.
You're not getting an opportunity. Guys, we played PSV in the Champions League. We had nothing to play for.
Yeah.
We had 4 kings on the bench. None got a second.
Yeah.
That is so you're sitting there as a kid saying, I gotta go someplace else. I'm not playing. This person's not gonna play me.
Yeah.
I'll have no chance to play. We had nothing to play for. Zero. He played his regular players.
Bertram,
he burned them out.
Bertram, just to alleviate your boredom, yeah? Under Unai Emery.
Oh, Smith Rowe hit the bar.
Emery,
that was such a difficult chance, man. He done so well to get that on target.
Great technique.
Yeah.
Great technique.
So, Mr. Bertram, under Unai Emery, Emil Smith Rowe played 2 games, 0 goals, 0 assists.
You said
in 2
none.
games. He
You
played
said none.
3 Champions League games.
You said none.
0
I'm gonna be
goals.
like you. I'm gonna be like you. No, you said none. You said none. You on tape. You said none. You said none.
You're on tape.
You said none. You're on tape. You said none. Did you say none?
You're on tape.
None. I take a side to none. By the way,
Bertram's taking this to court, man.
You're a disgrace.
Gary, that means every.
I'm moving him from the stage. I'm moving him from the stage. The man is a fraud.
I'm done.
I got to remove him from the stage. He's a fraud.
But the way he said it, you're on tape, though.
You know the game is boring because we're not watching the game anymore.
Tony, I cannot believe you said our owner to face the wall. I just can't believe it. I can't believe
I've got tears coming out of my eyes, man. This is incredible. But Bertram, you're on tape, Tone. You're on tape.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
He said none.
This
You're
guy.
going to look it up now and come back with your stats, right? So here's the problem, Tony. He doesn't give you a chance. He doesn't give you a chance. I know people want to defend him. Look, he's been brilliant for the club. Let's not not say that compared to like a Man U, for example, give money spent.
Oh, man.
even when he has a chance to do so. That's my concern right now because I look at the youngster. I look at
Declan Rice makes a wicked. Go on, Odegaard. Go on. 4 against 4. Come on, pick the right ball. No, you pick Martinelli. What an idiot!
And if they're not given opportunities, that's really gonna hamper us.
So as I was saying, Bertram is wrong. I am right.
No. Back up.
Emil Smith Rowe in his first season. Emil Smith Rowe in his first season for Mikel Arteta. Yeah, in his first season for Mikel Arteta, went from no games to 20 games. In the next season, he went from 20 games to 33 games. 10 goals.
He produced.
Under the illusion.
Wait, so which player? Okay.
Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, you lose your voice, Tony.
Put your hand down. Put your hand down. Put your hand down.
So, Tony, let me say this, Tony. Here's a question for you. Which academy player has Mikel Arteta brought into the first team?
And remember, Tony, you're on tape.
You're on tape. Which academy player has Mikel Arteta brought in the first team? But you just said Emery brought in Smith Rowe and Saka, right?
Nathan Wary. Nathan Wary. I'm already across here, dude, bro.
Tony, you're losing your voice.
No. They're not first team. No. Sorry.
They played in the first team.
So,
that was your question.
He played them to sign contracts. He played Emery to
I gotta put him out. I gotta put him against the wall. He's losing it. Oh my gosh.
I'm not watching the game anymore, Vincey. We're joking. We have Everton to beat at home, and we're struggling at 86 minutes. Ridiculous. So,
man. It's not to be. It's not to be, guys. It's not to be.
It doesn't matter because City are winning anyway.
That's right.
But that should be the case, though. We should take care of business.
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally agree.
I've got a feeling there's a last-minute winner in this game.
Yeah, for Everton, maybe.
That's just my concern, Bertrand, right now with the players that we have.
Well done, Smith Rowe.
Even if you want to go out and purchase young players.
Now, Martinelli, do something, Martinelli. Oh, Roberts has missed a sitter.
See how high the ball was. What are you going to play, Mr. Sitter?
Yeah, he played too high. Gotta play it lower. Yeah, too high. So what happens next year? Is Havertz the center forward for us? Is Havertz the center forward for us next year, or do we get a center forward?
I think we have to get a centre forward. My personal opinion. What you guys say?
I don't think Havertz is the answer week in, week out. He's proved that he can play it. He's proved that he can score goals and assist. But I just think you need different options.
I'm conflicted because I'm looking. I think, okay, so Eddie's there.
West Ham 3-2.
No way.
West Ham 3-2.
So we just need a goal.
Saliba's give it away.
So Eddie's there, and it's if another player comes in, I just don't trust the manager to change systems to play that player.
Do you know what, Vincey? I totally 100% agree with you.
I just don't trust him, and that's just
No, he's gonna play who he buys. He plays who he buys.
It's been disallowed. Go on, Jesus, you're through. You're through. Just run towards the goal, man.
Do you know what?
Yes!
Told you it was coming.
Kai Havertz.
Wait. Odegaard miskicked, and it went.
Yeah, Odegaard miskicked it. It rolled straight to Havertz. Empty goal.
So now we're just hoping
2-1.
Do you know what?
He probably gets an assist. He gets an assist for that.
It was a brilliant pass. It was a brilliant no-look pass.
Gary, some of my biggest concerns when I watch the channel is the frustration I hear in your voice when players don't do what they're supposed to do. I'm seriously worried for you, boy.
I can understand that because we can see things.
Oh, hold on. No, he has to be behind the goalkeeper, in front of the goalkeeper. Even though there's a defender behind, he has. Shut up, Jackson.
That should have been a goal, left, right, and centre, easy.
Yeah.
How we messed that up? How did Odegaard?
I think there were two people behind him. Actually, there were two people there.
No, you know what it is. You know what it is. Checking a possible handball. What?
For who?
For the Havertz goal.
Handball and who?
I don't know. When the referee's going to the screen. So this is going to be disallowed.
Is the handball from Jesus?
His arms tucked into his side. His arms tucked into his side. That's not a handball.
He hit his left hand. He hit his left hand.
Hit his left arm.
But his hand is tucked in, though. It's tucked in. But I think you can't hit your hand.
It's natural.
Arm at all.
He did move it. It's natural, though, isn't it?
Because he's tucked it in his arm.
No, he didn't. He tucked it in, but he can't hit it at all.
If he doesn't have his arm tucked in, burning his arm, I think.
Oh my God! This is getting ruled out. But that's never handball in a million years.
It's handball.
Handball, yeah.
It's handball. It was handball.
That's because Jesus is too pushy to take the challenge that's coming towards him.
Like, get out
Oh
me.
no, the goal's given, no handball.
No?
The goal's given, no handball.
So why did VAR send him to the screen? I don't understand.
No, he sent him to the screen to look at it, but he said it's not handball. He's pointed to the spot the goal's given.
I think it was a handball.
No, it says decision goal, no handball.
His hand's not in. It's not his hand is not in a position where he's going towards the ball. His hand is right by his side.
So how do you think, guys? How do you think Apollo's coping in the stadium right now with 5 minutes to go?
Not well.
What a pass from Odegaard. What a pass that is. That's an unbelievable pass for that goal.
Imagine if that's missed from there.
I think it's
That's
an
an unbelievable
accidental
miss on
pass, though.
Odegaard's part. Unbelievable miss on his part.
Wow.
He saw a player in a better position stand.
Victor says VAR forever.
Right, you know what? Good transition. VAR. You guys against or support?
I just think it needs to be worked well.
Yeah, I think with the amount of errors that we see, and it's really weird, Bertram. We see VAR in other competitions work well.
All right.
So clearly, for me, this is not about the technology. This is about interpretation and the people we have using that
Go on, Martinelli. What a run. Oh, you freaking plum. He's done all the hard work. And then he can't beat the first man with the cross.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's Martinelli in a nutshell.
Bertram, I don't think that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Declan Rice wins the ball back. He runs down the line. Martinelli takes it off him and passes it straight to an Everton player.
Yeah, I just don't think football's ready for technology. If they're ready to implement it, it's out there. As Tony says, it's proven to be right. You've got to change your rules to make sure that it is fully functional to get it right. Because you can't use
rules or the
technology.
people. Is it the rules or the people?
Yeah, it's people,
both.
not the rules. The rules haven't changed in
The
football.
rule. People criticize the rule.
You know when they give an offside and it's someone's toenail. That's not that player gaining an advantage.
Well, that rule changes next year
Yes,
anyway.
It
changes.
No, if your toenail's offside, you're not gaining an advantage. Just because your toenail, because you may have bigger feet than the person that's defending you.
Your knee?
No, you should be, I don't know, half a foot, 6 inches. That is standing little measurements.
That rule changes next year anyway.
Oh, does it?
You do know you have to have the whole body has to be clear now. From next year, the rule changes.
So therefore, we'll get less goals because people should play deeper, right?
So what happens if your fingernail is on the back end, not the front end? You still onside now, or because
I have no problem with the current rule. I have no problem with the current rule. No problem with the current rule. You have to make a decision someplace. So here's the thing. Gary said, half a foot. Where? What do you measure half a foot where? Your hand?
That's 6 inches.
Your leg?
Oh!
How do you measure half a foot? How do you get the exact half a foot, Gary? How do you measure that half a foot?
Listen, I'm not the technology guy. I'm the ideas guy.
That's why you need space between two players.
Yeah.
Space between the players. You can definitely say this is the space between the two players. And
you have to define.
I'm amazed that human beings are thinking that you have hindsight view and you have a problem with it.
You have to.
Is that
something over?
But
how can we be complaining about hindsight view in anything in life?
Yeah, but Bertram, where was the hindsight view in the Newcastle situation? Was the ball?
We had the view. We had the view. It made a wrong decision. We had the view.
Was it over the line?
Yeah, but even take that out, Vincey.
Some things are hard to discern.
Was it not a push? Was it not a push on Gabriel? Forget the ball going over the line. Was there no push on Gabriel?
But can't VAR decide in that situation? We're still talking about the same technology. So you've got the whole view of what happened. So if there is a foul in that transition,
Here's a problem I have. Most times, the referee made a bad decision.
Well
VAR
played,
is
Mr.
correct,
Timber.
not initiating something, right? Most times it's saying, was the ref right or wrong? It's not VSR coming up with something separate and distinct that creates a problem. They're saying Vinci was right when we're all saying no, Vinci was wrong. So the referee has to be wrong in the first place 99% of the time.
Right, so if the referee gets it wrong or misses something and VAR's there and VAR's not going to spot it, and that's part and parcel which allows the goal
Now
to
take him on, Martinelli. Take him on.
VAR is not working, is it?
No, but Vinci, the question is, what's the percentage of time VAR get it wrong? That's the important thing.
Man
Yeah,
City
but
have won 3-1.
But VAR's only there to on particular criteria.
I know,
Vinci,
Vinci, you know what
I'm saying.
Vinci, I've been watching NBA playoffs. Oh my God. I could call a foul on every single play. Every single sequence of play, I could call a foul. And in fact, we're seeing it, how many errors the ref makes. And after the game, they come out with a post-match, like we do for PGM Oil now. It's amazing how many things they get wrong. That cost games. So this is not an English thing per se, even though I think the better ref is an English game. It's just humanity and human
Just
beings
have
and
to
how we
mix it up on the plate.
So do you
and
think?
by the way, nobody's in America thinking about getting rid of VAR. By the way, in basketball, nobody's even talked about it.
So going back to what Tony was saying, other sports have got it right. So do you think it's the nature of contact sports in that regard that it's too fine a line to be as perfectionate as other sports are? Because tennis, cricket, you're not having these problems.
Tennis is contact sports, because the question is, what's severe contact, what's minimal contact?
Yeah.
Even the NBA, they're struggling with that, right? They're trying to increase the amount of contact in the NBA, and they're having reversals based on this is minimal contact versus something adverse or something significant. So yes, contact sports are going to have that subjectivity in terms of it's like a tackle where we may say it's a red card because it's slowed down, but in football it's a normal tackle, and we're saying it's a red card because it's slowed down. So
again, the interpretation in football, even with technology, is still subjective, because you and I can look at a challenge that's a red card, and the refs are going to look and say, nah, it's not a red card, and I'm going to give him a yellow, or not even give a card.
Right. So if we go through, because they had the stats that come out, I think VAR is right about 9% of the time or somewhere in that region, which is basically a secondary decision based on a primary one. The primary one was wrong in the first place. So if VAR is about 90% right, why would he even consider getting rid of VAR? But here's the thing, Vinci, I would love them to get rid of VAR. And you see next year how frustrated people would be. They'll lose their minds. Especially when they come out and see what's wrong, they'll be like, where's VAR? I'm telling you, they should get rid of VAR, vote against it. So the people who have been, like Danny Murphy, advocating for getting rid of VAR would look stupid come next year. I'm telling you.
So what I would say, Vinci, Stan, in alternate to that, is we still have other divisions of football which don't use VAR, and we don't hear the uproar.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's been refed. It's been refed within the rules of football.
It's like I was telling us to go back from having the internet. We work without the internet, didn't we, Vinci? I mean, Tony. Didn't the work function without the internet? 10 minutes back without having the internet. I want to lose my mind.
And how did
I
we
would
work?
lose my mind without the internet now.
I feel like there's never one of these times.
The internet worked well for me.
So if you were asked,
that's why we're talking to you.
So if you were challenged to have to write a letter and post it and buy a stamp to Tony, you wouldn't enjoy that process. You just send an email.
No, think about it.
Next year, that won't be there. Walker's finished.
I
The board
send
is
you
finished.
2 seconds. I gotta go buy the stamp, which costs money.
And
I gotta go to the post office. I gotta wait in line.
Another Silver leaving.
2 seconds.
Do you know what? I hear what you're saying, but actually, I enjoyed that part. I don't mind
because you're not born in this. You weren't born in 2010 and 2007. Those people thinking that you're mad people thinking about going back to something. They would lose their mind.
Yeah, true. I hear you.
So, look, it's unfortunate we lost today, but we had City's just a juggernaut, right? We won about 15 of 17 or 16 of 18, whatever the number is, and we still can't win the league.
Yeah, it
just shows you how good City are.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
listen, the important thing, what you've got to realise is, you know, City with the players like Walker, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, they're all in the upper ages of 30, right? Or the lower bits of 30. So realistically, they've got to start a rebuild.
Gary, I had to tell you this. They're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, you just don't know that, do you? But what I'm saying, listen, when you start reaching 32s and stuff like this, you know, they've got to start a rebuild soon. Arsenal, this team is here for the generations to come.
Yeah, but you know,
Gary,
it's not a guarantee that you're going to. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get over the line just because we're young.
No, it's not. But what I'm saying is,
it's a fallacy that City is old. Let's go to City players.
If we're the next best, and maybe City are going to be on the wane, on the decline, and they have to add new players to replace the players that may leave. There's rumours about Bernardo Silva. There's rumours about De Bruyne going to Saudi.
That's the same team that lost Torre, that lost, what's his name? The center forward. His name is slipping me now. From Argentina. That lost all these players.
Aguero,
that lost Silva. It's a machine that's replaced them. Yeah. Look at the defense. The only old person in the defense is Walker. The rest of the players can play for 4, 5 more, 6 years.
Yeah.
Guardiola, Diaz, Ake, they can all play for a long time.
And they bought some youngsters. They bought some good youngsters. Yeah.
Rodri can play in the midfield forever. Foden is not getting old. Doku's not old.
Yeah.
They may have 3 or 4 important players who are old, like getting up there, like a De Bruyne getting up there, and Davidson. But no, they're still not. They're not an old team at all.
No.
And they replenish well. And if they don't work out well, they give them away like they do with what's his name? They get rid of them if they don't work out.
And we take them.
Yeah, they got rid of Sterling, Jesus, and Zinchenko. They didn't miss a beat. They won the Champions League after that. Oh no, Gary, I don't buy the notion that they're getting old. They're not getting old. Certain key players are getting old. They're fine players to replace them. But we're in a good position, right? Because we have a young team, very good players. We need a couple more dynamic players. We don't have enough dynamic players in the team. You need a differentiator out there to say, you know what, this person can bamboozle people, create opportunities. We need a De Bruyne type person on our team who can be that difference maker. We don't have that person on our team. We have very good players, but we don't have somebody with that power, that strength, that skill, that, you know what, you can leverage. Or look at their center forward. People call him League 2. He scored 25 goals. I wish we had a League 2 player to score 25 goals.
Bertram, do you think that Odegaard has the capability to get to where Kevin De Bruyne is right now?
I think they're different type of players. I think Odegaard plays in more close quarters. De Bruyne is a much broader realm of skill set, right? Much more physical, much more powerful, kick with either foot, can pass short, long, mid-range. Odegaard is very, very skillful, very good in close quarters, but that breadth of his game to me is not where De Bruyne is. And De Bruyne is a unique player, frankly. So it may not be the best comparison, but Odegaard is a very good player and will only get better. City doesn't play with a 10, you know. Foden may drop into that space, but they don't run true 10. So it helps them in terms of how they play. They play 4-3-3.
And if you think with Foden and De Bruyne, you still have 2 guys who are mobile ability both ways, and you still have your Haaland up top. So this is where, again, if you think that we're going to have to try and compete, if we've just got Odegaard who's pulling the strings, we're seriously behind in that technical ability in those positions.
Yeah, but then but why can't you say that Smith Rowe can come in and pull strings? He's not like some people say he's not a 10, he's not a winger, he's not this. But he's a very
can only play the 10, Gary.
But he can make runs from deep. He can score goals. He can pass through the lines. But if he's not given a chance to do it, then he's not going to do it, is he?
And that's the problem. I don't think Arteta doesn't switch the system if ESR and Odegaard are fit or on form to play the 2 together. He won't do that. Where Pep is prepared to have a Foden and a De Bruyne playing, and having even Bernardo Silva, and still have Haaland in that situation. We don't change our formations to accommodate that enough.
So here's the problem, Vince and Gary and Tony. the City midfielders, 3 of them are very interchangeable and very versatile. Foden, De Bruyne, and Silva are very interchangeable, right? You can put Silva on the wing, he can't even run, and he can play out wide because he doesn't lose the ball. Foden can do the same thing. They can play 10, they can play 8, they can play on the wing. We don't have that. Martinelli can only play in one place, right? Trossard doesn't have a position. ESR is only a 10 because it's not only offense, you got to play the defense also. And City works really hard on defense. Look at Silva and Foden, De Bruyne, all very good defensively. We don't have that versatility in our team to enable us to do that. And that's what we're struggling with, right? We have almost like, I wouldn't call them one-dimensional player, but they're not as versatile as City players. But we have done brilliantly, frankly, losing by 1 point. Just talking about the 2 teams, we've done brilliantly this year.
Yeah. All right, guys, I've got to jump out because I've been on the course all day and I've got to run a couple of errands that I couldn't do.
Gary, before you go, mate, I just want to say thank you very much. We will, of course, catch up at some point for a post-season review meeting.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Hopefully, we'll catch up at some point for a beer or a soft drink somewhere. But yeah, as this is the last game of the season, I think it's only due that I say, listen, you've been my right-hand man for this season, and you've been,
what do you mean? You've been my right-hand man.
No, man, you're my right-hand man, bro.
Hey, listen, like Tom Cruise said in Top Gun, you can be my wingman anytime.
Thank you, Gary.
Let me say before you go, Gary. I'm starting my own channel in the next week and a half.
If you need a wingman, I can. If the price is right, I can make the move.
All right, solo.
All right,
take care, Gary.
Love you. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, bye, bye.
Cheers, Gary.
Yeah, I gotta run soon myself, but it's been fun, guys. It's been a fun season. It's always good to come to the game, watch the game, feeling you have a chance to win every single game. It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's
we have played a
changed.
game this season, apart from when we went to City, it's a little bit different. But 95% of the game we've said, you know what? We go to Liverpool and feel that we can win, which is unheard of over the last 6-7 years. We go to City, we beat them at home. We haven't lost to a traditional top 6 this year. Villa was our bogey team this year. We lost to them twice. It's unfortunate. But we've done brilliantly. And so we should give the coach a lot of praise, even though I beat him for his game management. He's been brilliant for the team because where we were to where we are, it's night and day. Right?
And
look at Chelsea spend. Yeah, go ahead, Vincey.
And definitely, even when you go to the stadium, for me, I've just seen it's an absolutely different vibe there, and it's as an older supporter, it's nice to actually go to the game and experience it, sing along, the anticipation, see the young gooners in the stands just really getting involved. So yeah, we have come a long way as a club. Yeah, we didn't get over the hurdle this year, but this season I've gone to a few games and it's been a real privilege to experience it.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go, obviously, because I'm here, but I'm there in spirit.
Yeah, when you next come, I think you'll see a difference.
No, it's been a brilliant season. The hope is that next year will only be a continuation and we get better. We need a few players in key positions. We'll be losing a lot of loyal players like the El Nenis of the world who will be going. I expect Nketiah to go, and a few more. And I expect Smith, not Smith Rowe, but Nelson to go. So we'll lose a few players, and I expect a few promotion from the academy. Finally, me and Tony arguing about that point. I expect to bring in 2 people, bring in 2 players, give them a chance to be around the team, give them some playing time, even if they're 17, 18. Do like what City does, right? Foden got brought in. He was brought in slowly, even though Guardiola plays them. Boba, they bring in a few more players in. They bring in Lewis. They bring in players. Guardiola is bringing in players through the system. So Arteta needs to start doing that. And they're not good enough. Or get some that are good enough.
He's doing it with Nawari, and also Martins had been in the training.
Not really bringing them. Vincey.
Vincey. And
I don't want because the player don't have a contract and he has to sign a contract. You bring him in to make him feel good. Bring him in genuinely. Don't bring him in because he has to sign a contract. You want to convince him to sign. That's not the way you should approach it.
Well, I think next season you're gonna see more of Martin in and around the first team. Yes, he's gonna be playing with the unders, but I think he's gonna be the guy he's a freak in his position.
Isn't he 16?
Yeah, he's 16, but he's just so advanced that they're allowing him. I watched a documentary the other day. They're allowing him to play with players older, so he can get the experience. Whether he starts or not, that's another question. But the guy's getting experience.
Well, he'll bring him in because you know what, that kid they need to keep, and I heard a lot of teams are pursuing him, so he'll bring him in. He'll bring him in. He has no choice but to bring him in. He'll be forced to bring him if Bayern Munich are here and Man City are all sniffing around. He'll bring him in.
Yeah. So Tony, you were saying something, T. Oh, okay.
I have to run in 5 minutes, guy, because I have to go help somebody move.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to read what Ritmo was saying in the chat. He said, Man City win so much, I don't get why they even celebrate. They are a rich club with loyal fans. But he's saying, really, though, saying Arsenal did all they could this game is wrong. We cut it to the wire, then let Everton outplay us for almost 88 minutes. We could have done better. We got the result, but no mindset.
There are pluses to take away from this game. The biggest one is Timber is back.
Yeah.
Timber, the tree is being cut down and built back up. Timber is back.
Good to see him.
And we can see he's a very athletic. He looked like he's fully recovered. I didn't see him in the Holland team for the Euros because it may become too early for him. But
yeah, I believe so.
He'll summer and come back strong, and he's going to be versatile. He's going to probably take a lot of Ben White's game, actually, I think. Going
I mean, yeah, I want to address very briefly your point about the development of Chidi Obi Martin. At 16 years of age, playing in the under-18s, obviously he has played some under-21 games. A very unique talent. There's no doubt about that. But physicality-wise, you got to remember he's still 16.
Still young, yeah.
You know, he would get. You know, you put him up against a Tarkowski, he will get mullered.
Yeah.
And that for that reason, I know if you're good enough, you're old enough. I get that. But this is the most physical league in the world for a reason.
And center forward also is a very tough position. Center forward is also tough. With Tarkowski, the word, we're trying to break your leg actually. So,
I'd love to see a talent develop that could do that. But I see the kid, and he's fragile. He's not a unit. You know, you could see some kids, and you're like, oh my God, that kid's strong. You know, he's strong against other 16-year-olds, other 18-year-olds, 19 perhaps. But when you're up against a 25, 26, 27-year-old, that strength will let him down. Something that we were easily aware of with the development of Eddie Nketiah, because he was clearly not strong enough at one point. And it took for him to go away and develop that strength. And, you know, he was able, you know, he improved slightly, but he never really was able to become that physical presence that you need to be as an out-and-out striker. So for that reason, I think his development will be another year or two in the making.
Yeah, 2 years, definitely.
So before I run, question for you guys. Who do you think we should go out and acquire?
You know, I have every faith in the board to go out and buy the players that they need. And there's so many rumors around players. And I started the show by saying I've actually started of late last few months just watching other teams who have got the players that we've been linked with. So I've watched Benjamin Sesko. I think he would be a great addition at the price. I don't think he's the finished article, but he looks like a player who could come in and do a job better than Eddie Nketiah.
How much does he cost? What's his cost?
I believe you're looking at about 40 to 50 million.
And how old is he?
21. So he's not the finished article. What you're looking at is saying is, okay, 100 million for Isak. Yeah?
120.
120, sorry. Yeah, you're absolutely right. 120 million.
And how old is Isak? 21?
24.
24.
He's 24. Now, Isak
is out of reach. Isak is out of reach. He's out of reach. They're not going to sell him. They're not selling him.
I don't know, Bertram. They have to sell somebody this summer.
They probably sell Guimaraes versus his side.
So Guimaraes is the other player. Clearly, he could do a job at Arsenal. There's no doubt.
And who would lose out if you say Guimaraes comes in from a starting?
Partey goes.
Partey goes. Declan Rice drops to the 6.
Yeah. Or vice versa. They could flip them.
They could, yeah. They're both, yeah.
I heard Zubamendi. I heard something that Zubamendi's contract deal is almost done.
So again, another player that I've looked at. I haven't been able to see enough of him to make a decision, but I have seen a little bit, and yeah, he looks okay. But again,
that's not good, Tony. That's not good. If you say okay, I'm not
convinced about him. I'm more convinced with Benjamin Sesko. Do you know the other player who I'm convinced about? Xavi Simons.
No, I heard PSG's not selling him.
I've heard the same. However, he's not coming into their first team. I don't know. If he pushes for a move out, Arsenal should go and pick him up.
What about Eze and Elise?
Yeah. Yes and yes. At 60 million each, yes and yes.
You can see both of them.
Yeah.
That's the thing we don't have, right? Drive, go by, put the ball in there. We have nobody can score from outside the box on our team. Maybe Trossard a little bit. I'm watching City and I'm seeing De Bruyne from 40 yards. I'm seeing Foden from 25 yards. I'm seeing Haaland from 25. We don't have anybody who does that. Once in a while, Trossard may do something. Rice doesn't do it. Partey's over the bar. Saka on the edge of the box, but not from us. We don't have players who can hit the target outside the box at speed to make the defense have to commit and play you closer. Then you can get behind them. We don't have those situations. We don't have that. So we have to go in the box to score. We have to walk you down and go in the box to score.
And that's my frustration, because I think this is, I keep on saying it's coaching. So it's not just about getting new players in, because I still see those new players coming in being coached the similar way how we're playing moving the ball now, which frustrates me. So
but I do think though, one thing I say when I hear Pep talk about Arteta, he seems like he reveres Arteta. I must say, whenever he talks about him, he's basically saying Arsenal gonna win the league at some point, given their coach in a sense of what he's saying, right? I know they're friends, but he have a lot of respect for him, which gives you some you feel good about this respect that he provides to him, because you're saying maybe the coach has vision that we necessarily can't see sometimes, and maybe the way he is will allow him to identify the right players for his system and allow him to compete with City and to a lesser extent Liverpool on a regular basis. Arteta is not going to leave Arsenal for 10 years, is my view anyway. I think he's here for at least 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. But it's whether we have, I know everyone talks about a striker, but if we get a striker that wants to come to Arsenal that is at that high elite level, then yes, he's going to make a huge difference to the way in the threat that we have to opposing teams. But if we're just going to have people on the peripheral, you've seen so many times it's easy for teams to just sit back and defend. We can't break them down.
Yeah, we need dynamic wingers. We need wingers to pick the ball up and just go.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
wingers to go. Yeah. We don't have.
Look, the thing is, Arsenal have worked for the last 3 years. I've worked by community scoring rather than having one out-and-out player score all the goals. And I think, for me personally, you may not agree, but I actually enjoy that type of football, because remember when we had Henry, Pires, Bergkamp, Ljungberg, all 4 players could score you goals in any game. Vieira, Petit, Gilberto, all could score you goals at any given time.
Here's the difference, though, Tony. But Tony, here's the difference. You had Henry.
Yeah, agreed.
And Pep had the same thing, but he still went out and got Haaland.
Yeah.
Right? You need that one player. You know what? It's 90 minutes. We're tight. I know he's going to be a difference maker. I need that cog in the wheel. That person is the difference maker, that differentiator. And we don't have that differentiator to score goals.
And in that analogy, as we all know, every player has a day off. So in those players you mentioned, if any one of them had a day off, the others could facilitate. Where right now we've got players who are having days off 2 or 3, and we're struggling.
Here's what's interesting. This is my last point, guys. Okay, you know I'm going to touch Saka. Saka's stats are off the chart this year. They're better than Foden's. Maybe Foden's hiding now, but they're better than Foden's. And I can't point to one great game Saka had this year.
Yeah.
Or I can't point to one game he dominated against a Bayern, not Bayern, against a Bayern or a City or a Liverpool or this team. I can't point to one game he dominated.
I'm there with you.
Which I find interesting, actually. But it's
interesting you say that, but he's had 2 player of the months. So not only did he dominate in games in that month, but he was the best player for Arsenal in that month.
His stats dominate. No, Tony, his stats dominate. I'm telling you. Watch the game. His stats dominated.
Okay, but
it's like Haaland. Haaland being 25 goals, and we say the League 2 striker. Not we, anyway. Keane says that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he has 25 goals, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He has the most goals in Premier League, and we say he's a League 2 striker.
Mm.
I'm not saying Saka is a League 2, but I'm just saying for Saka, his stats were dominant. I mean, look at goal and assists, goal contribution, almost 1 for 1. And yet I'm saying, why am I still not totally in awe? That's why I struggle.
Okay, so let me answer you that one. The reason that you're in awe, and you should be in awe of the stats that Bukayo Saka has, is because sometimes the footballing brain doesn't have to look like Ronaldinho. His stats probably don't match up as well as Bukayo Saka.
True.
Yeah. But in a game, he's going to do a flick. He's going to trap the ball for 60 yards. He's going to shoot a 40-yard goal. A phenomenal player. Probably the most exciting player that I've ever had the pleasure to watch live on a pitch. As much as I love Thierry Henry, what Ronaldinho does with the ball in a game is a joy to watch.
He's my favorite
probably
player.
Say the same about Messi and Neymar. But sometimes you just got to know you have a knack on the pitch. Yeah? Like Jamie Vardy. Not the greatest of players, but he has a knack on the pitch. Like Gary Lineker. Not the greatest of players, but not only did he do it at Leicester, he went to Barcelona and did it. So there are certain attributes that I look at players and go, look, Trossard is not a great player when it comes to in-game. He's your second division player that they keep talking about Haaland with. But when it comes to actual finishing, he's probably the best finisher we have in our team. And I think I've heard you say that, Stan.
Yeah, no, he is. By a good margin, too.
But for 90 minutes...
Saka's not bad, by the way, on that, but yeah.
So that's the thing that I think we need to address with Saka. He clearly has a knack. He doesn't have to beat the man. He's going to cut inside on his left foot. He's going to finish it. He's going to swing that weak right foot that you say occasionally and score you 5 goals with his right foot in the top roof of the net. I will take that if the incremental increases that you're seeing year on year continues. I don't think you can take that away.
Look, the kid has a football brain, right? He has a football brain.
Yeah.
That's his biggest attribute to me. He has a football brain, which is important, actually. So.
And clearly, the right-hand side of Arsenal's pitch is so much greater than the left-hand side because the creation around Ben White, Odegaard, and Saka is just so much better than the left-hand side.
Is that by design, though?
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I would love to see those two sides become equal and interchangeable.
It's hard, though. You know why?
It is.
You know why? Because we're playing the 10 not as a 10. Because our 10 doesn't go across the pitch. Our 10 stays on the right-hand side of the field.
Yeah.
Right? We're playing a more traditional 8, but it's not a true 8, actually. It's like an 8.5 because it's more up the field because we play so far forward. But our 10 is not a true 10 because Odegaard is always on the right-hand side. Your 10 swims across the entire front line. Our 10 doesn't.
Yeah.
So Ben White, Saka, and Odegaard are playing very close, while the other side is stretched. It's stretched on the other left side.
But But do you not think that's part of the comparison that I said in regards to De Bruyne, where if you got your left-hand side player and Odegaard is not utilizing them in that situations and also always going to the right, he can always switch because he knows those players are going to be over there. Isn't that something where if you're going to get that balance to match what you got on the right-hand side, then Odegaard has a little bit more of a responsibility to utilize the guys on the opposite side when he
I think it's strategy. I think it's strategy. That's why he's getting more. He's playing much further forward, so he's playing his 8 much more advanced. That's why Xhaka was scoring goals when Xhaka was here.
Yeah,
right. That's when Xhaka started scoring goals. He's playing much more up the field, and what he's basically saying is that we're going to overload the right hand side of the field very closely together. Because my skill set and my players allow me to do that.
Yeah.
Saka, Odegaard can play in close squad. I think Ben White needs to be improved. I know that people don't take offense to that, but offensively, to me, Ben White doesn't have the offense that Timber may have actually. By going by players. You see that when Timber goes there, because Ben White can't go by players.
Yeah, it's not in the same
right?
league.
If my right back can go by players, it's even more dangerous. Because now I can create more one-on-ones. Because right now, Saka is playing 1 against 2 or 2 against 3 with him and Odegaard over there. I got to run, guys, but it's been brilliant, Tony. Vinci.
Again, thank you so much, Bertram, for a wonderful season. Thanks for coming in. Your contribution has been much appreciated. Have a great weekend, my friend.
All right, you do the same, guys. Thanks.
Listen, man. Yes, team, man. Listen, enjoy it, man. It's been a good season. As I say, we've seen it all, and we've got close. So you know, we've got the appetite, and we just hope that everyone gets healthy. We've seen Timber come back, which has been great for me. That's the one thing I wanted to see today. So next season we go again.
Absolutely, bro. So yeah, again, you've been a stalwart for us this season. As I said, we will be doing some stuff over the next few weeks, I'm pretty sure, with Apollo. It will be great again to have another meetup like we did earlier in the season.
The review, as always, the view is always good.
No,
man.
I mean a face-to-face tone.
Man, the last one was a great
as we go into the summer, man. We need to get out and break some bread. That's what I'm
break some bread, and I think it would be a good way also for the channel to actually, if we record that session outside of from a stream. So I think it's a nice thing. How we started the season, if we continue that in the off. So look forward to it.
Exactly. So my friend, have a great afternoon.
Bless up, man.
My love to the missus, and we'll catch up again real soon.
Cheers, man. Blessings. Take care.
Enjoy. So guys, that's the end of our stream. That's the end of our season. It was so close. Thank you all, everybody in the chat. Ritmo, I have not been ignoring your messages. I saw that last one. I don't think there is a next year mentality, because Arteta wanted it last year, which was ahead of the process. If you count the process as saying, okay, we're going to win the league in our 5th year, then last year we nearly were on the way, but for a few injuries. He made the buys that were necessary. This year, we fell short by this much, a hair's breadth. So I think the next year mentality is not a next year mentality. I totally believe it was, we're going to win it now. And they went out to win it now. And we just got picked by the machine that is Manchester City. As far as big signings, I think we've alluded to that already. I believe this summer there is a treasure chest because of the money inherited from the Champions League last season or this season, as well as the new Sky money, as well as the new deals that are coming in, commercial deals. So there will be some money, and obviously we are going to gain from, I believe there's at least 100 million plus of sales that are going to be made. So there will be big signings. Guys, thanks very much for everybody who's tuning in. Victor, as always, you're always there. Blessing up to you and your family, sir. Who else should I say? Did we see? We saw Stan. Apollo, if you're still listening in, safe journey home. Thank you so much for being the head of this channel, for enabling us to have this channel. It's been an amazing year. I have, as I said, you know, I've enjoyed so much of this season. And as Stan said, you know, going to football with the knowledge or the thought that we're going to win every game. Every time I went to see Arsenal this year, I've just thought, yeah, we're going to win. We're going to win. I've seen some amazing football. My season started at the SoFi Stadium in LA, seeing us beat Barcelona in a pre-season friendly. And I never looked backwards. So guys, thank you all. Have a lovely summer. As I said, keep them peeled. We will be out with some videos over the next coming weeks. We may have some videos with some of our panel from the Friday night show where we get to review what other teams did. Of course, we'll be looking at the summer. We'll be talking about kits that are coming out. We'll be talking about buys in the next coming months. We'll be covering European Championships. So, you know, there's plenty of reason to keep in touch with the channel. So from me, goodbye, salute, until next season. Come on, you Gunners!